Alright, welcome back to Pokemon FireRed. First, we are taking on Pewter City and the gym, but we are going to check out the museum. And I am pretty sure this is a fossil museum in this game, so I would love to see what they've got here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, let's check it out. So this is going to cost, how much is it going to cost? $50 for a child's ticket. Okay, $50 to a kid is a lot, but in the Pokemon world, if you've beaten a lot of trainers and stuff like that, $50 is not so much. So you can't look at the fossils directly, but if you look at the sign and Aerodactyl, very impressive. Bones of a dragon. Well, Aerodactyl, spoiler alert, is not a dragon type, but don't tell Lance that. Okay, so let's see what we got up here. A space exhibit, okay. A space shuttle from the real world. Fantastic. Okay, that child wants a Pikachu. I have caught a Pikachu, but don't tell that child because I want to keep my Pikachu. Okay, what does this guy have to say? July 20th, 1969. Hey, that's the real world. Yeah, there we go. That's the moon landing. Fantastic. Yeah, great. Okay, Moonstone. What's so special about it? That's an evolutionary stone, my friend. Okay, meteorite. Yeah. We definitely want at least one because one of the Pokemon I want to use in this playthrough will need that. Spoiler alert. But there we go. That is the museum. So there we go. What else is around the city? We can walk around here. What's in this building? Okay, someone with the need around mail. Sit. Okay, great. An outsider that you get in a trade. Okay, yeah, no, if you trade Pokemon in these games, the Pokemon you receive levels up faster. Of course, the badge restrictions apply. I'm going to go ahead and do some off-screen training before we tackle the gym. I want to go ahead and sweep through it, but now here we are back. So we are going to walk to the gym, and let's take this gym on. You know, we picked Charmander as the starter, so we can't just be carried by our starter. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at which Pokemon we have. Yeah, there we go. The starter, I leveled Gym Galby up to level 12, but we can't quite use Gym Galby because they're going to be weak to the other Pokemon. So let's go ahead and see if we can run through. Let's talk to the champ in the making guy. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I do want to be a Pokemon champ. What is this guy gonna say? Gives us service level advice about type matchups. Yeah, okay. Match on the list. Making an advantage. Yeah, okay. Not too much going on there. What can you do? But let's fight this guy real quick. Stop right there. 10,000 light years. Dude, light years are distance. Brock is literally right there. I don't know what you're talking about. He sends out Geodude. We're going to send out our secret weapon, who is Jon. Of course, yeah, Karate Chop is going to be more than enough for this Geodude defense curl. Well, that's not quite going to help you. Maybe 10,000 light years ago. Which is a measure of distance, but there we go. Yeah, that's going to take out this Geodude. What is going to be next? A Sandshrew. Okay, so Karate Chop is not going to be super effective because Sandshrew is a ground type. So we did our low kick. That didn't do much. Let's try Karate Chop anyway. Not that much better. Okay. Okay, is this going to be enough? Are we going to be taken out? Okay, just a little bit left. Okay, Scent Attack. I hope we don't miss our next attack. Yeah, Scent Attack is just annoying. This accuracy moves in this game are an annoyance at best. But we go ahead, land a Karate Chop. We get to level 12. We take out the Sandshrew. There we have it. Yeah, sorry, buddy. 10,000 light years. Yeah, no, that's not accurate. Yeah, it's distance, just like I said. There you go. There you have it. I'm pretty hot, but not as hot as Brock. Hey, dude. I diet, I exercise. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go heal up real quick. You know, why waste a potion? Let's heal at the Pokemon Center. In the future, I'll just go ahead and use potions, but right now there's no need. The Pokemon Center is literally just around the corner. You know, Why waste a potion? But here we go. Let's take on Brock now. So here on Brock. Yep. Let's go ahead. My rock hard willpower. Okay, my dude. My Pokemon are all rock hard. Okay, because they're the rock type. Okay. Yeah, there we go. They're all the rock type. There we have it. My dude, you gotta consider phrasing. Okay. Let's take this guy out real quick. We've got places to go, people to see. We don't have time to be stuck on the first gym. So let's take out this Geodude. And we are going to go ahead and use our secret weapon, Jon. And Jon is going to low kick this heavy rock. And that already takes out half of its defense. Half of its HP, I mean. And it's going to use defense curl is what I mean to say. And it just survives because it raised its defense. Okay, it is what it is. We're going to go ahead and Karate Chop. And that's Geodude down. That's 1 out of 2 Pokemon down from Brock. There we have it. So yeah, we were worried about this because we did pick Charmander as our first starter. Yeah, okay. And wow, look at that. More than half the HP with Low Kick and Rock Tomb. How much is that going to do? Nothing whatsoever. That's barely anything. Our speed fell, but Onix is not a fast Pokemon. It is able to outspeed us after that Rock Tomb, but that's it. That's all. Look at that. Because we trained up a fighting type at the Rock Gym, we were able to succeed. Look at that. We defeated our first gym leader. We got the first gym badge. I took you for granted. Yeah, you did, my dude. Yeah, the official league Boulder Badge. Yeah, we got the Boulder Badge. Look at that. We raised Mankey up. We were able to defeat this rock type gym. Look at that. Okay, Flash. More on that later. We don't have Flash right now. Fantastic. Okay. TM39. What is that? You gonna tell me what that is? Okay, yes, it's TM. It's a single use type move. What's that gonna be? Rock Tomb. Okay, interesting. Maybe I'll use that someday. I don't really have any plans to use that, but we beat the first gym. Look at that. Okay, and this guy, yeah, no, you totally believed in us. That's great. Terrific, we did it. Yeah, Mankey can take out the first gym. That's why we caught one. Mankey served its purpose, but that's all we have time for now. So if you would like to see some more, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.